Hi, okay, so today I want to show you how to make something simple, but it's so important for gut health, especially if you're reacting to every food and you're reacting to histamines and you're reacting to cultured foods and I don't know, you're reacting to everything. I do think it's important that you start adding in a little bit of fermented foods, but if you overdo it, you're going to be in trouble. So, one high quality probiotic, but then you want to add it in a food. And I think the easiest food to do that with is making coconut yogurt at home. So easy, so delicious. It also really helps when you're when you're not eating dairy because it gives you that creamy flavor. So hang on. Okay, so I go ahead and I get a coconut cream because I used this yesterday, so I have a little bit left over. I'm gonna grab a bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a coconut cream. I got 2 mason jars to put the coconut milk in, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a coconut cream in a bowl, and then 2 cans of coconut milk, but I'm gonna not use all the milk, I'll show you, so hang on. So just the fatty part off the cream. So I happen to have about half of the fatty part left on the cream. So I don't know if you can see that in there. And then I'm gonna open up I'm gonna save the water and use it for my smoothie. So I'm gonna go ahead and open, if you put them in the refrigerator the night before, it's all hard and you can get out the cream easily. But if you haven't, then you get the liquid parts too, which is fine. You can easily work with that. So for instance, once I open up my can, there's all the liquid on the top if you don't freeze it first. So I just pour off a little bit of the liquid in with my other liquid. And on the bottom is a lot of the cream. I leave just a tiny little bit of water and pour out the cream, which happened to settle on the bottom if you haven't refrigerated it. So next one, just gonna pour a little bit of the water off, but I'm gonna keep some of the water in this because I don't want it all to be, so I'm gonna pour in a little bit of water. Hang on, try to see what I can do here. There we go. And then the other, these are full fat milks, by the way. So one is cream and one's full fat milk. So now I've got a whole can of water left, the coconut water that I'm gonna go ahead and use. And in my bowl, I've got the cream, you can see with a little bit of the water. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just lift this up and show you. So you can see some of the water and the cream. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up until it's all just blended in. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna stir this good. And then we add probiotics or kefir culture. And then you put it in these mason jars and just leave it out on your counter, kind of covered by a paper towel or a cheesecloth or anything like that that gets a little bit of air, not a full lid. And you wanna leave it out on your counter probably for 24 to 48 hours. And then you put it in the refrigerator for about 8 hours overnight and let it firm up. So that's a 3-day process. Or you can make it in the Instant Pot, which is about a 12 to 16 hour process. So we're gonna do that today. But if you don't have an Instant Pot to put it in, then just put it in your fridge, and that's fine too. I mean, just put it on your counter. So if you're doing the counter method, it's 24 to 48 hours. And if you're doing the Instant Pot hour, you set your Instant Pot to yogurt for like 12 to 16 hours. Okay, so now I go ahead, this is just a probiotic, you could use a probiotic capsule. This is a vegan yogurt probiotic. I'm gonna take 1 pack and stir it in. When you're making yogurt with coconut milk, you don't need to heat up the yogurt first like you do with milk, so you don't need to worry about it. Now I'm gonna take a different one. Here's a yogurt culture starter, because I like to switch up my probiotics, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in, this one has bifidus Aphidocilis. So this one is one that is also used with milk. So it's not vegan, but I like to mix up all my strains anyways. And then I have a kefir here, kefir starter culture. And I'm gonna pour that in because I like to make it really full and rich of just all kinds of different strains because I think that's so important. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that in. It will be really nice and like sour because it'll be really good though, like really nice and sour. All right, so now that we've stirred it all together and it just looks like this, there's a couple of clumps that I have to mash down just from that cream because it was in the fridge overnight and that cream is super thick. So just get a fork like you're mashing and just mash out a couple of the large clumps. There we go. And they all get stirred in. So this isn't a super lot of yogurt. That's the only problem when you want it really thick, so you're only using the cream part. You use 3 cans and then you'll add in a little bit of the water to still keep it thick. But if you're adding in all the water, you get more yogurt, but it's a runnier yogurt. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my mason jar. Hang on. Gotta get it all in. It's hard from a bowl. It's easier. Sometimes I do it in a large measuring cup and then it's easier to pour. But anyway, just gonna get all of this in here. And you can see it's not even filling up a whole large mason jar. So if you want, you can add in a little bit back of the water, but again, it will make it less like Greek style yogurt and a little more creamy. Although when you put it in the fridge for the last 8 hours after it's fermented, that's when it does its thickening. So when you take it out of the Instant Pot or when you take it out of the, just off your counter, it'll be kind of runny still. You put it in the fridge. So actually I am gonna add a little bit more water to this because I will thicken it in the fridge later, but I just want a little bit fuller. So then you can just fill it up a little bit more, stir it. Okay, so there we go. So I either leave this on my counter for 24 to 48 hours, even up to 3 days if you like it really sour, or you go ahead and put it uncovered right inside your Instant Pot. So all you do is just put it right in there like this. We're gonna go put it on. So as you can see, I've got my Instant Pot here. I'm gonna set it in there. There it is right inside. I don't have to do anything special to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lid on. There's my Instant Pot, and I'm gonna put it on yogurt. And then I'm gonna go up to 14 hours. You can do anywhere from 12 to 16, depending on how you like it. Oh, I got yogurt right there. So there we go. I'm going to, there we go. Just put it on and away it's going. So that will take, you know, half the time as it does on the counter. Anyway, so that's how you make coconut yogurt. It's really good to then just, you can use it in smoothies, you can use it as a mayonnaise, add a little bit of lemon juice. You can sweeten it up with a little bit of honey or some fruit on top. However you want to eat the yogurt is great. It's delicious and it's healthy and it helps to repair your gut. And a lot of people won't react to coconut yogurt if you're really sensitive. So go ahead and give it a try.